People have always been fascinated with collecting rare and unique items. Whether for investment purposes, sentimental value, or simply the thrill of owning something exclusive, the world of collecting is full of astonishingly expensive treasures. From vintage cars to rare artwork, here are the top 10 most expensive things people collect. 1. Rare artworks. Art collecting has long been a passion for the wealthy. Some of the most expensive paintings ever sold have fetched hundreds of millions of dollars. For example, Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi was sold for a record $450.3 million in 2017. These masterpieces are often seen as both investments and status symbols. 2. Vintage cars. Collecting vintage cars is a hobby enjoyed by many enthusiasts, and some rare models can be worth millions. The 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO, for example, was sold for $70 million in a private auction, making it one of the most expensive cars ever sold. The value of a car depends on its rarity, condition, and historical significance. 3. Rare stamps. Stamp collecting, also known as philately, is one of the oldest hobbies in the world. The British Guiana 1C Magenta is one of the most expensive stamps, selling for nearly $9.5 million. Stamps are valuable due to their rarity, historical importance, and condition, with certain ones fetching astounding amounts at auctions. 4. Fine wine. Wine connoisseurs have long regarded collecting fine wines as both a hobby and an investment. Rare bottles, particularly those from esteemed vineyards like Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, can fetch astronomical prices. A bottle of this vintage wine can be valued upwards of $500,000, with certain bottles appreciating in value over time. 5. Antique jewelry. Vintage and antique jewelry, particularly pieces with historical significance or rare gemstones, can be worth millions. One example is the Hope Diamond, which is valued at over $200 million. Collecting exquisite, rare jewelry is not just about beauty but also the historical significance tied to these treasures. 6. Comic books. Comic book collecting has become a serious investment, with certain first editions and rare issues reaching record prices. For instance, a copy of Action Comics No. 1, which introduced Superman, sold for $3.2 million. The value of comic books depends on their rarity, condition, and the importance of the character or storyline. 7. Sports memorabilia. Sports memorabilia, especially items linked to iconic athletes or historic events, can fetch incredible sums. Jerseys worn by athletes like Michael Jordan or Babe Ruth can go for millions. For example, a jersey worn by Jordan during his 1998 NBA Finals sold for $10.1 million in 2023. 8. Luxury watches. Watches have been a symbol of luxury for centuries, and some collectors are willing to pay exorbitant prices for rare and limited edition timepieces. The Patek Philippe Grandmaster Chime is one of the most expensive watches ever sold, valued at $31 million. These high-end timepieces are sought after for their craftsmanship and exclusivity. 9. Historical documents and manuscripts. Collecting rare historical documents and manuscripts is a hobby that can cost a fortune. Items like the Magna Carta, one of the most important legal documents in history, have sold for over $20 million. Collectors of rare books, letters, and manuscripts value these items for their historical importance and scarcity. 10. Celebrity memorabilia. Items owned by celebrities or associated with famous personalities can be incredibly valuable. A guitar once owned by John Lennon was sold for $2 million at auction. Autographed items, costumes worn in iconic films, or personal belongings of world-renowned stars can attract serious bids, making this a lucrative collecting niche. Collecting rare and valuable items is more than just a hobby for many, it's an investment. As these examples show, the world of collecting has no limits when it comes to how much people are willing to pay for unique pieces that capture history, culture, and personal significance.